What you're about to hear happened in Denver, Colorado, just 3 months ago. The Denver Police Department has classified it as an ongoing investigation, but the families involved have given us permission to share their story. Names have been changed to protect the survivors. If you work in healthcare, if you've ever donated blood, or if you've ever trusted a medical professional with your life, this story will change how you see the world forever. This is not fiction. This is not entertainment. This is a warning. Rebecca Martinez had always been proud of being a universal donor, O-negative blood, the kind that could save anyone's life in an emergency. For 5 years, she'd religiously donated at the Colorado Blood Services Center on Colfax Avenue in Denver, rolling up her sleeve every 8 weeks like clockwork. The staff knew her by name. Janet, the cheerful phlebotomist with the Broncos tattoo, would always joke about Rebecca's liquid gold while inserting the needle. Dr. Harrison, the center's medical director, would personally thank her each visit, his pale blue eyes lighting up whenever he saw her walk through the doors. Something felt different today. The usual hustle and bustle of the blood bank seemed muted. Only 2 other donors sat in the waiting area, both looking unusually pale and tired. Rebecca noticed their donation bags were darker than normal blood should be, almost black. "Rebecca, my dear, we have a patient, a very important patient, who needs your exact blood type. Would you be willing to donate 2 pints instead of 1? I don't know. Is that safe?" "Perfectly safe for someone as healthy as you. You're saving a life, Rebecca, a very special life." As the needle slid into her vein, she noticed it felt different, larger, sharper than usual. The collection seemed to be going much faster than normal, and she was feeling dizzy far too quickly. "I think that's enough," she said weakly, trying to sit up. "Not quite yet." Dr. Harrison's grip on her wrist tightened. His fingernails, she noticed, were almost claw-like. The room began to spin. Through the haze, she saw Dr. Harrison lean closer, and for one terrifying moment, she glimpsed his reflection in the metal medical cart. There was no reflection. Detective Mike Sullivan had seen strange things in his 15 years with the Denver Police Department, but the call about Colorado Blood Services made his skin crawl before he even arrived. He asked Officer Jennifer Kim as they approached the building. Officer Kim replied, "Missing persons turned into something bigger. Rebecca Martinez, 28, elementary school teacher, went to donate blood yesterday morning, never came home. When we got here to check it out, the front door hung open, creaking in the October wind. The place is completely abandoned. No staff, no patients, no records. But here's the weird part. We found 14 pints of fresh blood in the storage refrigerator. All different types, all dated from yesterday." In the medical director's office, Sullivan found something that made his blood run cold. Dozens of photographs covered the walls, all showing the same pale man with ice blue eyes standing next to different donors. The photos spanned decades, but the man never aged. At the bottom of each photo was a handwritten notation, donor name, blood type, and a date. Jennifer Walsh, A positive, 1973, exceptional flavor. David Chen, O negative, 1985, particularly nourishing. Sarah Thompson, AB negative, 1999, rare vintage. The most recent photo showed Rebecca Martinez. The notation read, "Rebecca Martinez, O negative, October 2024, perfect donor, save for special occasions." A sound from the back room made them freeze, slow, rhythmic dripping. In the storage area, the refrigerator doors hung open, and a thick, dark liquid pooled on the floor. But it wasn't blood. It was too dark, too thick, and it moved on its own, forming tendrils that reached towards Sullivan's hand like it was alive. Rebecca woke up in darkness, her body weak beyond anything she'd ever experienced. She was on a cold metal table in a basement, surrounded by medical equipment that honestly belonged in a horror movie. IV lines ran from her arms to several bags, not receiving fluids, but slowly draining them. Her blood moved through clear tubing into a sophisticated collection system. Ah, you're awake. Dr. Harrison stepped into the light and Rebecca gasped. His skin was translucent, his eyes glowed red, and when he smiled she could see fangs. Why? Because I'm hungry, my dear, and you have such exquisite blood. Drink deeply. Security cameras, DNA evidence, missing persons investigations. But then I discovered the perfect solution. A blood bank. People come to me willingly, roll up their sleeves, and offer their life force freely. How many people have you killed? Wooden stakes, silver bullets, Hollywood nonsense. I've been stabbed with stakes before. Hurts, but doesn't kill me. Sunlight burns, but isn't fatal. Running water. Please. Do you want to know what really kills a vampire? Fire. Complete incineration. But honestly, good luck getting close enough to a centuries-old vampire to set him ablaze. As Rebecca's consciousness faded, she heard footsteps on the basement stairs. Police. Persistent little insects. Detective Sullivan and his backup team descended into the basement, following the sound of medical equipment. What they found defied reality. Rebecca Martinez lay barely conscious on a metal table, while the pale man from the photograph stood over her, fangs extended, eyes glowing red. Stop me. You cannot hurt me. You cannot. His words were cut short by a whooshing sound and sudden heat. Rebecca, using her last reserves of strength, had knocked over a portable heater that had been running in the basement. It crashed into several oxygen tanks stored nearby. The explosion was immediate and devastating. Fire erupted throughout the basement as oxygen-fed flames engulfed everything. Dr. Harrison's eyes went wide with the first real fear Sullivan had seen from him. No, not fire. Anything but fire, he thought. But the flames moved faster than even his supernatural speed. They caught his clothes, his hair, his pale skin. He screamed, a sound no human throat could make, as centuries of unnatural life finally met their match. Sullivan grabbed Rebecca from the table, while Kim secured the stairs. They carried her up, as Dr. Harrison's screams echoed behind them, growing weaker until they finally stopped. The basement became an inferno that took the fire department 3 hours to extinguish. Rebecca Martinez spent 2 weeks in Denver General Hospital, recovering from severe blood loss. The official police report listed the incident as a kidnapping and assault by a deranged individual operating an illegal medical facility. No mention was made of vampires or supernatural creatures. Detective Sullivan kept the photographs from Dr. Harrison's office locked in his personal safe. Late at night, he would look through them, counting the victims spanning 5 decades. The investigation identified 43 missing persons connected to the fake blood bank, but Sullivan suspected there were, honestly, many more. Rebecca returned to teaching, but she never donated blood again. There were needle marks that weren't there, a reminder she couldn't quite shake. 6 months later, a new blood donation center opened in Phoenix, Arizona. The medical director was a charming man with pale blue eyes who seemed, particularly interested in universal donors. Dr. This story is based on actual missing persons cases in Denver, Colorado. If you have information about unusual blood donation centers or missing persons connected to medical facilities, please contact your local police department. The investigation, it remains ongoing.